Dark Mythos Strategy Deep Dive 4 Slot Types and Formations. In Dark Mythos, winning battles is not just about the cards you put into your deck. It's about how you position them on the battlefield. Your formation and the slot types of your cards decide whether your strategy succeeds or fails. Let's start with the slot types, because they are the foundation of every setup. There are three main roles: ranged, melee, and tank. Ranged cards are your sharpshooters. They can attack even if another unit stands in front of them. The trade-off: when firing past a living ally, their damage is cut in half. Still, they are excellent for constant pressure and for targeting fragile enemies in the back line. Protect them well, and they'll keep chipping away at your opponent. Melee cards are the relentless close combat fighters. Every second attack becomes a double strike, meaning they hit twice in one turn. Over time, this gives them more attacks than any other role. They are perfect for breaking down sturdy defenses and wearing enemies out. But remember, they need some protection to survive long enough for their double attacks to make a difference. Tanks are your shields. They absorb incoming damage with a special rule: excess attack does not spill over from defense into health in the same hit. For example, if a tank has 50 defense and 100 health and takes 100 damage, only the defense is removed while health remains untouched. This makes tanks extremely valuable in the front, buying time for your damage dealers to do their work. Now let's move on to the formations, the blueprints of battle. The first is the arrow formation. It is aggressive and shaped like a spear pointed at your enemy. One tank holds the center in the front, two melees stand behind, and two ranged fill the back row. This setup covers every lane, meaning you almost never lose attacks to empty rows. It is straightforward and powerful, but if your tank falls too quickly, your melees may become exposed. The key strategy here is to balance strong ranged and a solid tank supported by cheaper melees. Next, we have the cross formation. This formation protects the flanks with tanks and ranged units while leaving the middle vulnerable. It creates a high-risk, high-reward setup. You can either place a very strong card in the middle to soak damage, or leave it empty to reduce incoming attacks, since enemies only deal half damage when no card is present. The cross is about flexibility and controlling how damage is distributed across the battlefield. Finally, the turtle formation. As the name suggests, this one is built for defense. One tank and two melees form a wall in the front, while two ranged sit safely in the back. This protects your ranged units until the front line is broken. It is perfect for long battles and for using elemental advantages at the front. However, since your ranged deal only 50% damage while shielded, the turtle formation often takes longer to win. The trick is to maximize elemental matchups and keep your ranged as strong as possible, so they can deal devastating damage once the front line finally falls. So, how do slot types and formations work together? Arrow plus ranged is perfect for constant pressure. Cross with strong tanks lets you control the flow of damage. Turtle with melee is great for scaling double attacks behind a wall of defense. The strategic takeaways are simple but powerful. First, there is no one-size-fits-all deck. Build your deck with your formation in mind. Second, slot types define roles: range for damage, melee for scaling, and tank for protection. Third, lane control is everything. If you leave a lane empty, you lose attacks and hand your opponent the advantage. Fourth, balance your mythic points wisely. Mix expensive power cards with cheap specialists to maximize efficiency. And finally, adapt. Switch formations and adjust your strategy to match the cards you have available and the opponent you're facing. Master the slot types, understand the formations, and you'll unlock the full strategic depth of Dark Mythos. It's not just about building a strong deck, it's about placing the right card in the right role at the right time. So now it's your turn. Head over to the Explorer, grab your free demo deck, or upgrade your existing one, and put these strategies to the test on the battlefield.